Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Longboys Post 1975 and welcome to another Fat Friday video. Series of videos where I take a look at some more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. I apologise once again about the sound of the boiler clock. I'll tell you what, I'm sweating balls in here, sweating like a prostitute on holy ground. It is unbelievably warm, which is a bit weird. I'll save the weather for when I do the weather report, but it is not cold outside. However, apparently I'm the only person in the world, or at least in this house, who doesn't feel the cold. Anyway, what do I have to eat this week? Well, I was in the mood for pizza. Now, I do remember that someone sent me a DM a few weeks ago and said that since I tried the Iceland, Pavlov's dog's dying. Dying here. Since I've tried the Iceland's kebab pizza and really liked it, have I tried its sister pizza, the fajita, nacho fajita pizza? And do you know what? I have not. So I thought I'm going to go and try that because the other pizza had form. And I did remember that it's got spicy cheese in the crust. Whether or not it's really hot, I sincerely doubt, as it is a pizza. But since I'm very picky about pizzas, and obviously for this series of videos, I can't eat anything that I've already tried in the series of videos. Already tried in real life, I should say, such as, you know, your standard box standard flavours of pizzas and shit like that. Has to be something entirely different. And I'm not going to lie, it did float my boat when it said spicy cheese filled crust. So yeah, Iceland takeaway pizza, stuffed crust fajita with nachos. It's only a 1 chili rating, so obviously I don't normally get out of bed for anything less than 3 chilies. Fucking dying here already. But it's a pizza, innit? And let's be honest, no hot pizza is ever going to come close to the dizzying highs of the scarily spicy one from, also from Iceland, I should say. Anyway, so a spicy cheese-filled stuffed crust pizza topped with mozzarella, chicken breast, red and green peppers, and tortilla chips. This is the bit where I'm in two minds as to whether or not this is, or this will work, I should say. If you look carefully, you can see that there's tortilla chips on it. Now, ordinarily, people probably thought when I tried the previous one in this range, which was obviously before Christmas or something like that, that kebab meat would not work on a pizza, but it absolutely does. However, will crisps, obviously crisp tortillas are oven baked, but the thing is when you eat tortillas, especially if you heat them up, obviously you use them, they're not product, you consume them in dip, in my case hot salsa. So I am a bit sort of in two minds as to whether or not this will work on a pizza, because is it going to be a little bit dry? But seeing as this is recommended to me, and seeing as I did really like its sister, brother, its other family member, I should say, which was the kebab one, I thought of all the pizzas I'm going to try, I am going to try this. There are other ones in this range. It's just your bog standard cheese one, there's a pepperoni one, and there's a meat feast one. But the thing is, as I like to try and show you stuff that's genuinely a little bit different, obviously this and the kebab one are something that most people would not sort of expect to have as a topping on pizza. All the other ones, meh, not really, you know, interested in that. Anyway, this was £3. I did have a receipt, but I lost the receipt. But yeah, this was £3 in Iceland, and it is 525 grams. Is that a bit expensive for a frozen pizza? 525 grams, not particularly massive. What does it say, serving? Just says serving suggestion. It's going to say something stupid like serves two, isn't it? Bollocks, it serves me. Well, it serves me and Robert. Robert says hello. Hello. So yeah, is that expensive? £3? I think there's a meal deal thing where if you buy 2 of them, you get like is it £5, £5.50? Not particularly massive saving, is it, to be fair? But you know, any saving helps at the moment with the cost of living crisis. So let's have a look at the ingredients. I have preheated you. You've actually stayed off. You are not mocking me. Well, first of all, how to cook. For best results, cook from frozen. No shit, Sherlock. Fan 200 degrees Celsius, for we cannot for the Fahrenheit. 22 minutes. Fan 200 degrees Celsius. Normally, when you do fan, it's always 180 degrees. Is that because of the said tortillas on the top, or because of the spicy cheese? I am very much looking forward to that. I'm not going to lie, I am absolutely drowning here in my own salivation. Right, and then so gas mark 7, 24 minutes. If you don't have a fan, see, surely the benefits of a fan are more than 2 fucking minutes. But I don't know. Right, so ingredients are wheat, flour, stuffed crust filling, 14% cheese, milk, mozzarella, cheese, milk, quark. I've seen quark in the cheese aisle. Is it just like, it's not like cottage cheese, is it? But it's like some of that weird spreadable shit you eat if you don't want to eat real cheese because you're a fool and wrong, and you know, until you want to save weight. Like cottage cheese, why would anyone eat cottage cheese? Apologies for the boiler noise. Right, anyway, marinated jalapeno poppers, jalapeno peppers, sugar, salt, water white vinegar. Water white vinegar, that's what it says, water white vinegar. Okay, you're the boss. So, jalapeno poppers. Presumably, that's the, I'm going to say crisp again, presumably that's the tortilla, I'm assuming, I don't know, but that bodes well if it's a jalapeno flavoured tortilla. So then we get down to husk powder. The fuck is husk powder? Keep losing my place every time I look up. Cooked chicken breast, 7%. Chicken breast tapioca starch. Chicken breast tapioca starch. This is just full of fucking witchcraft. Is that even a thing? Well, apparently it is a thing because it's on the back of here. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Not really anything particularly spicy in it, is there? Although at least the cheese is all the way up sharp. But again, please, this should be the saving grace here, hopefully. Anyway, as I said, the other variants in this range of pizzas had form. Here you go, here's the nutritional information if you care. I don't really need to worry about such things like that because Robert handles the calories for me. But get a reading and shit like that. Decide if you can eat it. If your diet or lifestyle choice says that you can actually eat it. So, anyway, what do I have in Eddie's Bar this week? Because I know I keep saying I should not be adding to Eddie's Bar, but when people recommend stuff, I can't help it. Welcome to Eddie's Bar. Just the one new addition this week, and that would be Old Bay seasoning. So I have no idea what this is. I do like the fact that it comes in a proper old school tin. That looks epic. It looks like something you would like see on a shelf in like a post-war shop. Post-war being obviously World War II. You know what I mean. Born in the Bay, loved in the USA. I see what you did there. So basically, one of my mates recommended this to me. One of my friends on Facebook recommended it to me. And funny enough, they are actually American, but they live over here. So Old Bay seasoning for seafood, chicken, meats, vegetables, and more. Here's the thing that sold me on that, right? So it's an all-purpose, all-round seasoning. But personally, when it comes to meat, and when you cook a meat dish or you cook a fish dish, they require different seasonings and stuff. Obviously, I'm not short of a few seasonings, as you can probably tell. So to have an all-round seasoning that can be used on stuff is different as meat as well as fish did pique my curiosity, if you will. Unique blend of 14 herbs, that's right, I said herb, and spices. So I'm very much looking forward to this. So I'm going to save it for a steak, and then I'm probably going to try it on white fish. But I'm going to bake the fish, not fry it. Anyway, this was actually really expensive. I think this was £3.40 Anyway, since you've been looking forward to it, let's check out the weather. Right, so I'm sweating balls in here right now. But when I got up this morning, it was 0 degrees, and there is a bitterly cold wind out there. But it's around about 6-7 degrees now. So yeah, good luck drying that. But funny thing is, since we've got to get our global warming bollocks speech out the way quickly, because yeah, I don't think it's cold enough to actually have the heating on, but I always get overridden on that. Did anyone see the fact that it snowed in Spain last week? They did not miss that as an excuse to shove the climate change bullshit down our throats, did they? And then, oh, don't get me started on all this EV shit. I've had a fucking enough of this. EVs are not fucking green. It's hypocrisy. Just look how much they're made and look at the carbon footprint of the building process of them. But obviously we're going to have them all by, or you can't make new cars by the year 2030. This is just a fucking tax on the poor. This is going to bottleneck. I cannot believe our politicians are so fucking blindly leading us into this shit when we don't have enough fucking power to keep the lights on in the country now. What the fuck are we going to do when everyone's got an EV? Even though we haven't been installing the infrastructure to allow you to actually fucking charge your EVs. But the bit I want to talk about your average person who buys them being a massive cockwomble is I'm watching a show on Dave just now, and it's one of those ones where a person comes in with a budget and tells you how much money, and they try and find a vehicle for you within your budget, and there's 3 of them and they mix it up and stuff like that. Anyway, so this bloke came in now and they go, so you want to make the leap to EVs, do you? And he said yes. And they were like, why do you want to do that? And he said, because obviously I want to save the planet. And then he didn't even realise the fucking irony of what he just said when they said, and what do you do for fun in your spare time for hobbies? Oh, I race go-karts. So you want to save the planet by buying an EV. Let's pretend they are green, but they're not. Because, you know, you want to be zero emissions and shit like that. Yeah, so you want to save the planet. But in your spare time, you race dirty old fucking 2-stroke go-karts. Fucking hell. I mean, you couldn't make up this fucking morality and fucking, it just gets on my tits. Anyway, right, so we are preheated. We are preheated to, that would be 200 degrees there. So let's break this bad boy out of the packaging and see what it looks like. Alrighty then, I was saying, you know, like, it's not particularly heavy or big or anything like that, 525 grams, but there is a certain amount of weight to it. I am not going to lie. So, I'll probably help if I had scissors, wouldn't it? And my phone for timing this bad boy. It's currently 1 o'clock. I didn't show you the time. I do apologise about that. I know how much you look forward to me telling you how I cook these things in real time. But let's have a look at this in its frozen state. Well, I'm not going to lie. It turns out I shouldn't have been so worried about possibly the tortilla chips making this a very, very dry experience, because there's fuck all of them on there. Look. So, pizza, granted I am aware it's frozen, box, pizza, box. In fact, the general toppings, I think that's a bit scarcely fucking topped. There, I'm not going to lie. Let's get it open. We'll keep the box for comparisons. Right, so let's get it open. I want to get a whiff. But you know what, to be fair, when I had the other one, which was the so that obviously you can see peppers, you can see marinated chicken, there's going to be onion on there. When I had the other one, it didn't look, can't afford to risk losing any of these now, can I? Yeah, it didn't look like it was amazingly topped, but I'm not going to lie. Again, that's why when I decided to have a pizza, the recommendation for this sprang to mind, because like I said, these have got form. So, let's bang this in the oven. What did it say? It said 22 minutes, didn't it? 22 minutes. So, let's get me my phone on the go. I'd show you the password because I fully and completely trust all of you, but I don't. Right, clock, stopwatch. So, bang, 22 minutes. So we're going to start looking at it about 18 minutes, because that's when, I don't want to risk burning it, by the way. That's what I say. So you always notice that I always take off around about 2 to 4 minutes when I you know, take the suggested serving time. So anyway, let's put this in the oven. Did he got away with it. Probably, to be fair, because there's no food in there at the moment. Right, so you go in. As usual, I always like to leave it with a little bit of overhang so I don't horrifically give myself third-degree burns. I'm dying here when I take it out. So it is just a pinch after 1 o'clock and we're already on the clock. So yeah, I'll tell you what, fuck me, it's warm in here now. Anyway, a couple of things I bought this morning for lunches at work next week, because I do like showing off the more interesting crisps that I find in the high street. So I bought these from Waitrose. How the fuck does anyone afford to shop at Waitrose? They're like, you know, the biggest Marmite jar? I swear, the biggest Marmite jar is £1 more in Waitrose than it is anywhere else. I deliberately just went into Waitrose to look, see if they had any of their own home branded, you know, hot sauces and seasonings and stuff like that, and crisps, because I'm rapidly exhausting all the crisps in every other supermarket, and I like to have something different and interesting to eat. You know, well, I basically I start work at 10. I take my lunch at 3:15, so can't start eating a bag of crisps till after midnight. I don't know why I'm giving you all these details. So a big bag like this means it's how I basically put up my lunch to 3:15. Anyway, that's the only reason I go on Waitrose, because I certainly couldn't afford to shop in Waitrose every week, because I'd be fucking bankrupt. But sea salt chili and lime mix. Not a massive fan of lime. Lime is a dessert. Or an addition to a beer. It is not something that should be used in sort of main course, you know, and savoury food. However, for some reason, I've really grown to like it in crisp, because a few people put it in their spicy end, you know, crisp range. Like, what's that? Is it Co-Fresh? If you go to the World Food aisle, sorry, foreign aisle, can't call it foreign aisle, can you? I don't do all this fucking PC bollocks. Go to the World Food aisle and look at the Co-Fresh range. They do jalapenos and lime crisps, and they're absolutely amazing. So, dying here, I thought absolutely got to have a look at those. And the other one is Seabrook have teamed up with Aunt Bessie's, you know, the frozen Sunday dinner people. I've always said, can you imagine if Aunt Bessie married Uncle Ben? How good would food be at their house, particularly dinner? Anyway, they've introduced these two ones. These were at B&M. Those bags over there, that Waitrose bag, I think they were like £1.75. These B&M exclusives, I believe, are about £1 in change. They're reasonably big, but anyway, you have a look on the back. So like they're making Aunt Bessie shit. But basically, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. We all know what roast beef tastes like, but I'm very curious as to how you make or replicate the flavour of a Yorkshire pudding in crisp. So definitely looking forward to those. But very much you should probably eat them with this as well if you want to fully replicate your Sunday roast crisp based snack. Roast pepper and black potato. These are both crinkle cut chips. So yeah, basically 2/3 of your Sunday roast in crisp. It is so warm in here. Yeah, that was crisp I bought this week. Anyway, how much more have we got? We've got, we're on 4 minutes 17, so another 15, 16. So we want to go to just a pinch after 22, something around like that. So 20 past. I don't know why I'm even doing this on that clock, because obviously I've got it on there. 18 minutes, I should say, on here. I can smell that already. Definitely smell fajita seasoned chicken. Yeah, so gonna check that around about 18 minutes. So gonna go back next door and finish off. Currently watching Rick Stein in India, as I always tell you, the only TV chef I like. So see you in a bit. So we're pretty much coming up to the halfway point in shot. It smells absolutely phenomenal. Definitely smells of, you know, seasoned fajita chicken. I'm going to rotate the pizza. This is just something I always do, because I know it's a fan-based oven, so it should be like doing stuff evenly, but my experience, it never does. Plus I want to gauge what it looks like so far, because I'm going to cook it up to maybe 18 minutes, because I do not like a burnt pizza, and I don't like it when the cheese gets that, like, which some people, my mates, argue that's not even burnt, Dave, but they are incorrect. Righty, how does it look? Whew. Every time. That smells amazing. And it looks pretty good, to be fair. It looks like well, it feels like it's pretty much really done, but obviously I'm not going to risk it because I don't want a jelly botty. So, got past. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. We are on 200 degrees. It feels wrong doing it in fan assisted oven at 200 degrees instead of 180. But what do I know? They made it. They know best. So we're currently coming up to 19 minutes. I'm probably going to run to 20 minutes. How does this bad boy look? Ow. Hot. That's what it looks. Yeah, I'm going to run up to 20 minutes. So, let's get all my shit together. Right, so, home stretch. Hello, I'm here, not there. Home stretch. Righty, let's get this bad boy out. Try not to get zapped this time. Did he get away with it? I think he did. Where's my overlap gone? That's me rotating it, innit? Ow, 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 ow. Hey, that looks pretty good, actually. See, I'm telling you, right? We're bang on the temperature it tells us we should be on. If I cook that for 22 minutes, then we would have gone past what, you know, I like to call the premium cheese zone, and we would have ruined it. Anyway, let's cut this bad boy up. Oh, basically, pizza box. Pizza box. To be fair, right, that's a pretty decent representation of that. And I can probably see now why, hang on, that goes in the recycling bin, that they haven't overdone it with this, because, yeah, this looks like it might be pretty good. If I can actually cut it. Yoink. Oh, so therapeutic. Yoink. You go in there. Righty, let's plate this bad boy. It does. Oh, look at that. It smells very fajita-y. To be fair, I would... Oh, Shizen. Bloody expect so. There is weight to it, actually. There is a decent amount of weight. What does the stuffed crust bit look like? Well, only one way to find out. It does smell absolutely banging. Whew. Right, anyway, almost forgot. Fire extinguisher of choice. What do I have as my fire extinguisher of choice? Knockoff supermarket diet lemonade. Why? Because I don't like sugar, and nor does Robert, and I don't like caffeine. And people ask why I always buy Asda's. It's the best diet lemonade. Seriously, it's better than Schweppes, and Schweppes is high-end posh lemonade. Anyway, right, what we need to do is cut a corner off here, because I want to see, and you can see it there, the so-called spicy cheese filling for the stuffed crust. So, 2 tears in a bucket. Sorry, shoes. Fuck it. Do you know what? I'm not saying it's nuclear, but for a 1-star chili, I can definitely... Damn it, sorry about that, jump cut. I ran out of room on my SD card. Let's hope it doesn't fuck up the voice sync. But I don't know that yet because I haven't edited the video. Right, for a 1-star chili rating, I can definitely taste spice in the cheese. It's really, really, really nice. It's basically cheddar, but yeah, it's got a definite little kick in it. Why don't you just put more, why don't more people put stuffed crust or put spicy cheese in their stuffed crust? It's the future. I guess we won't pick, well no, let's try a tortilla, a big piece, to see how well it's come out of the oven. Not bad. Warm, obviously. Really, really crispy. That works. That works. It's not flavoured. So I don't know what it was suggesting on the back of the box, but anyway, let's get a bite of absolutely everything. Shit. Anyway, 2 tears in a bucket. Do you know what? I can see why they haven't gone with too much tortilla chip on it, because there's a definite fajita seasoning in it, and it's really, really, really nice. But because you haven't got too much tortilla on it, it doesn't get really dry or anything like that, and it works. Damn, it's balls hot in here. That's really nice. Decent chunks of pieces of chicken. Chicken's really nice, succulent and tender. The seasoning on the pizza's nice. Would have preferred a few more peppers. I'm not seeing any jalapenos. So I don't know what it meant when it said jalapeno poppers. By all means, let me know if I'm missing something obvious. Talking with my mouth full, I apologise. This is nice. This is really nice. And that is really fucking loud and annoying. Would I say it's as nice as the kebab one? From what I remember, probably not. There's not much in it, really isn't much in it. It's just I'm a kebab guy and I like the way, you know, kebab seasoned meat tastes. Definitely better for the fact that it's got spicy cheese. There's a little bit of a tiny little bit of cook kick to the pizza, you know, in general before you get to the stuffed crust. But definitely stuffed crust, spicy cheese is the future. And I got a little bit of tortilla then. Definitely that's why they've not overdone it with a tortilla. And so my concerns are then me complaining about how little tortilla there looked to be on it as a topping. Well, that's obsolete now, isn't it? Because they've obviously done that because they knew if they put too much on it would be a bit dry, wouldn't it? But it's not. And it works really, really, really well with it. It's not just a gimmick. Someone's actually thought this through. Definitely a little kick at the back of my throat then. This cheese in the crust is fucking phenomenal. Second best pizza I've had in the pizzas I've had on this series of videos. The first one would be the scarily spicy one, obviously. Sorry, third place. The second place would be the kebab one, and then this is definitely, this is better than the TFI one, which was, you know, spicy. No, this is spicier than that, and this doesn't even advertise itself as being spicier than that. This cheese. I am going to finish the crust. But when I go another piece that's got a load of tortilla on to get, you know, another gauging, another reading, if you will. Excuse me. Palate cleanse. Very salty. That, not that, obviously. This one seems to have more on it. Right, so you've got loads of it there. It works. Honestly, tortilla obviously being crumbled helps it, but you know, if you just put like 5 whole chips on top, probably wouldn't work quite as well. Probably look a bit stupid, but it definitely works. There's madness in this combination. It's a really nice pizza. There's a little bit of spice, as I said, to it by itself. not nuclear or anything like that, but the spicy seasoning in it. Before you get to the stuffed crust, the the chicken seasoning and the chicken itself is really, 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 really nice. But yeah, the winner. I do believe my nose running a little bit. The absolute winner here is honestly the spicy cheese. I just wish it was as packed as that, but obviously, slight little bit of exaggeration there. Anyway, Iceland takeaway stuffed crust fajita with nachos pizza. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do. Is it as good as the kebab one? No, it's not. It's not far off. It's not far off, but it's definitely, definitely recommended. I like it when you get something a little bit different in your pizza. And this definitely ticks that box. Anyway, as always, my throat's a little bit burny as well. As always, spice. I'm not sore throat. As always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you tried this and have any more recommendations. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.